Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. Let's hop to it. We're going to Dagobah. So, we've already had 2 flying around levels in episode 5. There's a chance that the next level, or the level after the next level, is going to be a flying around level. I think they kinda had to do that, because there's so much flying around in Star Wars anyways, and I think The Empire Strikes Back is probably just one large flying around battle. Or was that A New Hope that was a large flying around battle, or both of them? So, or all of them really. It would have been really difficult to not have any flying levels in the game. I kind of wish they had tried, because these are really bad. They are really bad when you hit them. So this is where Luke meets Yoda. Spoiler alert for about 5 seconds. And so he hasn't really learned how to use the Force, but we've seen him kind of use the Force already. So he can use it, he just hasn't mastered it. And with this we're introduced to a new mechanic in the game really late. The fact that R2-D2 can walk in the water and just roll along the bottom of water. So I can just send him here. He'll shoot up this little eye, and he can just go right back up here. Last recording we got the 4x stud red power brick. Unfortunately it cost 2.5 million studs, which I don't have to buy it. So we've actually run into a situation where I need to make money to spend money. I need to earn money to spend money to make money. Is what I need to do. So there are bats flying around here. They're technically not bad guys, but you might as well treat them as that because they will hurt you. Now, right now we are Blaster Luke, so we are not able to use the Force. And we certainly aren't a Sith, so we can't access that section. I kind of wish over the 6 movies there had been more planets that were all a little bit more different. They're all kind of a little too Earth-like. I mean, there are deserts on Earth, and there are swamps on Earth. And of course the movies were limited, and had to be limited. It's hard to really tell how our world of movie making would have changed if Star Wars hadn't been made. Or if Star Wars was tried to be made right now, and there was nothing before it to justify the huge budget that it probably needs. Where am I going? Where am I going and what am I doing? See, there's no way up here, is the problem. Alright, so let's... All he can do is jump, but he won't make it. if I jump here, that's as far as I can get. So I'm confused. I am confused as to... Tell me what to do. I mean, it seems obvious this guy is supposed to go and do something. But it's not happening. And I can't go down this direction. Can't go down this direction. It's not like there's some secret switch hidden in this water. Or one specific spot he's supposed to stand. I must have missed something further back here. I mean, I can't do anything with this. Cannot get over there at all. This guy can come over here all he wants, but there's nothing over here. Have I messed up the game somehow? This is exactly what you don't want. You don't want stuff like this happening. You don't want it to become blatantly obvious that the player doesn't know what they're supposed to be doing, as it is right now. As a YouTuber and a video game player who's supposed to be an expert, I shouldn't be able to get into this situation. I should be able to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. But I swear I cannot. Am I supposed to walk up here? No? Am I supposed to hop? I can't make that jump. I can't jump from that location to this location. I'm hitting buttons, I'm trying different things. So it seems like I can get about that far, and that's it. I can't make this jump. So what am I missing? What am I missing? This has to be the right area. Oh, I forgot he hovers. Yeah, they introduced the new ability to walk in the water, and I forgot that he could just hover. Alright, I'm an idiot. I will admit I am fully and completely silly for that one. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'll let Jar Jar Binks get that later. I'm saying that a lot. In fact, I'm mentioning Jar Jar Binks a lot more than I thought I ever would. Right. So there's only one way, it's down this way. That did not feel good, being stuck there. But at least now I recognize what I did wrong. And here we go. In we go. To see Yoda. Now what's funny is Yoda's walking with a cane here, but I pretty much don't remember him in the original series walking with the cane much at all. Maybe he just didn't walk at all. So now I'm on my journey to become a Jedi, and I'll never use a blaster again. Pretty much. R2-D2 changed, by the way. He now has a stun attack again, which he wasn't using before. That's strange. Certain areas. Seems like he didn't have it. Release the bats, and then kill the bats. Why not? So am I supposed to be training and fighting with Yoda? Or am I supposed to be... See, he's so weak he can't even use the Force to pull these plants. Right now. Which is strange that they would make a character that when he sits there and tries to use the Force, he can't do it. Just fails. Let's go and take on Yoda. Ah, I carry him. And when I carry him, I can use the Force. Interesting. This probably took some extra programming to actually get that to work. It's a little weird just throwing it into the, all these bricks into the swamp. And if I lose them, I have to pick them up again. There we go. And that makes the bridge. And I think R2-D2 could fly around a little bit, but let's take care of these bats first. just a little bit easier to fly around with R2-D2 than it is with Luke Skywalker. So I got all of those done. That got me a mini kit, which I'll gladly take. So now I need this guy to bring this guy down. So I can tell this guy to move right here. Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? And even in a level where you're just supposed to be training, they've got to put something here, don't they? They just feel the need to put something that's going to irritate the player, slow them down trying to solve the puzzles. It's annoying more than it is fun. I don't mind bad guys. I did it wrong. I did it in the wrong order. I don't mind fighting a few bad guys, but then just let me be alone in the area. Just let me do what I'm gonna have to do, regardless of how long it's gonna take me. If you're a real young kid, you'd probably be very frustrated with this, because even if you know what you're supposed to do, even if you're doing it right, there's still no guarantee that some stupid bat won't show up and ruin your day. So that opens that door. Is there more things around here? Yes. We'll come in here in the water and just kind of look. There should have been a bunch of coins, studs down there for my thoroughness of looking around in that area. It should have been rewarded, I feel like. There's nothing over here, but there should be coins. If there was Lego studs all under this. What's weird about them giving you studs as currency too is, frankly, the stud is about one of the least useful Lego pieces. I would say most certainly that the flat square is more useful, because then you could do little art pieces with those. But the rounded stud, you're not going to do a lot with it. They use it a lot in Lego sets when they want to add a little bit of detail on like a column, or if they want to add some height. A lot of times it's used to balance out the difference between two different pieces, because they like you to give you some, to vary up the amount, the types of pieces they give you. So if something is 2 units high and one is 3 units high, you'll put a stud on one of them to equal the same height before you get to the next group. So Luke can now use the Force, which is great. That means, so that whole area had to be specially programmed. That's a special instance. What is over here? This house. We're back. Although I don't know exactly where we're supposed to be going. Now I cannot go in my house. But I can now play as Yoda, and Yoda can go in his house. For the double score zone. So, we'll have Yoda destroy his entire house. He's not coming back. He was watching Star Wars, apparently. Which is a pretty good gag. And if I was a Sith, I could even change the TV there. Have some silver items over here that can't be blown up. Well, that's as much as I can get from that area. Honestly, playing as Yoda will be better because I think his force pulls are actually faster. Can't do anything there. I can go over here. I think would need to be a Sith to get further in that section. That feels like free play area. There's more to that. Can't destroy his house anymore. If I was gonna make a currency, I would probably still go with studs though, because the next thing to go for a Lego brick, like a standard 2x. Oh man, I didn't want to end up back over here. Like a standard 2x3 brick, which is by far the most common Lego brick, I'm pretty sure. That's the most common I've ever seen. They would be that would be too much, too big, unless they really scaled everything up and everything was going to be made out of Legos, but then the Legos would have been so small they would have been unidentifiable. And that wouldn't be very fun for a Lego game either. So I think they probably had little to no choice. Just stick with the stud. This is where we're supposed to go. I shouldn't have gone back to his house. It made the map a little too circular. Could get in here. Drive the tractor around. Sure, why not? Made it, barely. There we go. Oh, he can't go up now though. Unfortunately, because he is now a Jedi, he cannot grapple up that direction and get that mini kit. Oh, that is just a frustrating turn of events. Yoda's saying, go in here and face your biggest fear, I believe is what he said. Just there when he said nothing and just made some grunting sounds and gestured. This is strange that the buttons are brown. I don't know anywhere else in the game where the buttons are brown. kind of pointless. It's pretty universal that the buttons are bright red when you're supposed to step on them and they turn green when you have stepped on them. So why break the that universal language that the game has taught us in this one scene? I imagine the reason why they did that is simply there were different teams working on different levels and somebody didn't get the memo. But also, quality control should have caught that, and that's not like that's a difficult thing to change. It's in fact it's an incredibly easy thing to avoid, because somewhere in their files and folders should have been only one animated button, and it should have been red. And if anybody started to change the red button and make it brown, somebody should have told them, "What are you doing? Don't waste your time on that." Well, I can't get this guy up here. I don't know what the trick there is. That's probably just free play mode. In free play mode, it's as simple as hitting the right or left bump to change your characters to R2-D2 or anybody else out of the list of characters you can play as. Let's see. Well, that worked. So often doorways and barriers in free play mode aren't really there to... it's your greatest fear, Darth Vader, which has Luke Skywalker in the story. Let me know in the comments, had you even seen Darth Vader at this point? We know Luke Skywalker in A New Hope was fighting in a ship against Darth Vader, but that doesn't really mean he saw him. When would he have seen him? I'm not joking. I'm seriously trying to think here. I don't think there is a point where the two would have met. Of course, again, I must say, oh, Yoda will jump up there to just make fun of me. Oh, now the other guy will jump up there to make fun of me. That's the trick. Alright, I see it now. Maybe that is the trick, though, is that at this point he hadn't seen Darth Vader and he was having a prosthetic vision of the future. There we go. Get in 2 hits. Now when I was powered up, my lightsaber was purple, and now it's back to green. Get in a couple more hits. Get him back down this way. Now, can Darth Vader use Force Lightning? I don't think he can. I don't think the movie ever said he could. So, because the movie never showed him doing that, we didn't have to deal with Force Lightning like we did when fighting some of the other Sith. And I'm surprised the story is still going on at this point. It's been a little long. Not incredibly long, but a little. Pull up these plans. Now, also, didn't Luke just crash on this planet and run into Yoda? Isn't that the case? That he wasn't actually intentionally coming here? Or was it that Yoda made him crash on this planet with the Force? Or did the Force make him come on the planet? So you meet Yoda. To get back to my fan theory that something might be controlling the Force and a mastermind behind it, both for the Jedi and the Sith. I mean, if your goal, if you were a major bad guy and you wanted to create chaos in the universe, how better than having a light side and a dark side and make them fight throughout the galaxy. Oh, one of the things I can do though is because I have Yoda, I can, I believe, go in here. Can I not? Interesting. I would have thought that Yoda would have fit through these, but he doesn't seem like he is. So only young Anakin, I guess, is the only character that will fit through those. Which is a little weird. That's weird too, when you can pick up an item, then it turns silver, so you can't do anything with it. Right, get up here, lift this up. We've already done this once in the level, so it's a little repetitive. I don't mind if we had done that trick a few times in the game. Even a couple more than what we actually end up doing, but twice in one level seems a little redundant. But then this game is all about being redundant in some places. It's a little too redundant. It needs some editing, really. This is also 2 games combined. That is worth mentioning. The Complete Saga was originally 2 games, but even when they were split up, it was a kind of long. And this is a game from the older school of making video games, where video games needed to be needed to be long to justify their price. Nowadays, more people are comfortable with buying cell phone games that only last a couple hours. So it's now the quality a lot more is considered than just a hour count. Because certainly there's been a lot of games out there that could theoretically take forever, but if they're not fun to play, they're just not fun to play. I cannot get this thing to stay up. Let's see if Yoda is stronger. Yes, Yoda is stronger. Again, that happened in the movie, so of course Yoda has to do it. If you don't remember the movie though, then you could easily have sat there as Luke questioning why you can't beat this level. As Ghost Obi-Wan Kenobi looking after him. And off he goes. And the level is completed. It was kind of long. So we get Luke Skywalker as a pilot, Luke Skywalker as a Jedi. So 2 more Lukes. There's quite a lot of Lukes in this game. Quite a lot of all of the main cast. What is weird though is that there's really no way to just zoom in on the minifigures and look at them in like a gallery mode. Of course they aren't the exact pictures of what the versions of minifigs you could actually buy, because there are definitely dozens and dozens of different Luke minifigs that you could buy, probably equal if not a little less than what we see in this game. And it would have been nice if they had 3D scanned the real minifigs and we could have looked at them, or if they just showed us the animated version. The major difference between the animated versions and the real thing is that there's just more bendiness in this, like how she's walking and how he's walking. Let's see, like these actions could not be replicated through stop motion of a real minifig. Just not possible. The way his arms and legs bend, the way his legs get up, move away from his hips, the way his knees are bending, none of that would be really recreatable. You probably could recreate most of the R2-D2 because it's a robot. Well, next time we're gonna do Cloud City Trap. That's it for this recording though. We're almost up to 50 gold bricks, so we're almost sorta close to being 1/3 of the way with the collectibles. It is still very much up in the air how much of this game I'm gonna end up playing off screen. You will see me play everything on challenge mode. You will see me play everything in free play mode. But if I still need studs after doing all of that, I will then take a considerable break and just play the game over and over again just to get studs. Hopefully that never happens. That would be a waste of my time. But it may very well happen, as I'm looking at our stud count and it's not very high. As always, I ask you to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me with YouTube. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.